This is Bingen on the Rhine by Carolyn E.S. Norton. A soldier of the Legion lay dying in Algiers. There was lack of women's nursing, there was dearth of women's tears. But a comrade stood beside him while his lifeblood ebbed away, and bent with pitying glances to hear what he might say. The dying soldier faltered as he took the comrade's hand, and he said, "I never more shall see my native land. Take a message and a token to some distant friends of mine, for I was born at Bingen on the Rhine. Tell my brothers and companions when they meet and crowd around, to hear my mournful story in the pleasant vineyard ground, that we fought the battle bravely, and when the day was done, full many a corpse lay ghastly pale beneath the setting sun. And midst the destined dying were some grown old in wars, the death wound on their gallant breasts, the last of many scars. But some were young, and suddenly beheld life's morn decline, and one had come from Bingen, fair Bingen on the Rhine. Tell my mother that her other sons shall comfort her old age, and was I a truant bird that thought his home a cage. For my father was a soldier, and even as a child, my heart leaped forth to hear him tell of struggles fierce and wild. And when he died and left us to divide his scanty hoard, I let them take whate'er they would, but kept my father's sword. Ambushed boy of love, I hung it where the bright light used to shine, on the cottage wall at Bingen, calm Bingen on the Rhine. Tell my sister not to weep for me, and sob with drooping head, when the troops are marching home again with glad and gallant tread. But look upon them proudly, with a calm and steadfast eye, for her brother was a soldier too, and not afraid to die. And if a comrade seek her love, I ask her in my name to listen to him kindly, without regret or shame, and to hang the old sword in its place, my father's sword and mine, for the honor of old Bingen, dear Bingen on the Rhine. There's another, not a sister, in the happy days gone by. You'd have known her by the merriment that sparkled in her eye. Too innocent for coquetry, too fond for idle scorning. Oh, friend, I fear the lightest heart makes sometimes heaviest mourning. Tell her the last night of my life, for ere the moon be risen, my body will be out of pain, my soul be out of prison. I dreamed I stood with her and saw the yellowish sunlight shine on the wind-clad hills of Bingen, fair Bingen on the Rhine. I saw the blue Rhine sweep along, I heard or seemed to hear the German songs we used to sing in chorus sweet and clear. And down the pleasant river and up the slanting hill, the echoing chorus sounded through the evening calm and still. And her glad blue eyes were on me as we passed with friendly talk down many a path beloved of yore and well-remembered walk. And her little hand lay lightly, confidingly in mine. But we'll meet no more at Bingen, sweet Bingen on the Rhine. His voice grew faint and hoarser, his grasp was childish weak, his eyes put on a dying look, and he sighed and ceased to speak. His comrade bent to lift him, but the spark had fled. The soldier of the Legion in a foreign land was dead. And the soft moon rose up slowly, and calmly she looked down on the red sand of the battlefield with bloody corpses strewn. Yea, calmly on that dreadful scene, her pale light seemed to shine, as it shone on distant Bingen, fair Bingen on the Rhine.